Genghis Khan ended up killing more people than Adolf Hitler and Joseph Stalin combined. Hi everybody, I'm Shy Sword Girl, and thank you so much for joining my page. Before we dip into our topic today, which is about yet another furious, savage warrior, I just wanted to welcome you here. I talk about all things warrior, weapon, and battle related. Kind of dip into a world of fantasy, but it's history. So, thank you so much for joining me, and let's get into what we're doing today. To the Europeans, he was a baffling, ravaging, blood-hungry, demonic servant to Satan. But to informed opinion, he was one of the greatest warlords of all time. He was born sometime around 1162 AD. This next fact about Genghis Khan is one of my favorite, if not my most favorite facts about him. He was born with a blood clot visible on his right hand, and to the superstitious Mongols, this meant to them that he was destined to become a wonderful, amazing warrior. It's just interesting to me because he was born with blood on his hands from the very beginning. At 9 years old, Genghis's father took him to go live with the family of his bride. On his way home, his father encountered a rivalry tribe who invited him for a conciliatory meal. On a mistaken stroke of trust, his father was then poisoned and died. When Genghis learned of his father's death, he immediately returned home to claim his rightful position as clan chief. Unfortunately, at the tender age of 9, this clan did not honor him as their clan leader, and his family became ostracized. This is most likely a pillar moment for him when he decided that he would never be made to feel inferior ever again. During a dispute on a hunting expedition with his half-brother, Genghis killed his brother and reclaimed his position as the head of the family. Genghis had learned that power was won by blood spilled and was often held the same way. There is no definite images as to what Genghis Khan truly looked like. His appearance is truly unexpected. There's even a Persian historian who depicted him as having green eyes and red hair. But Genghis also did kill 90% of the Persian population, which would be modern-day Iranians. So this historian could have possibly, I'm just saying, depicted him as a ginger out of saltiness, but who's to say? He was religiously tolerant and interested in learning philosophical and moral lessons from other religions. He even consulted Buddhist and Taoist monks, Christian missionaries, as well as Muslims. He encouraged religious freedom. He was also one of the first world leaders to exempt the poor from taxation. Many people don't know this, but he's also one of the most successful biological fathers of all time, with over 16 million male descendants. That's just males. Though he took so many wives and lovers, Borte, his childhood wife, I guess you'd say, like the person he was first arranged with, remained being his only empress. Aw, how sweet. I was then wondering how many people did he sleep with, and that would probably be from like 1 to 4,000. But remember, raping women and killing their children was inevitable, and it was part of war. So this one time, he invaded China with 90,000 troops and defeated an army of over 1 million soldiers. They killed over 500,000 troops. So it's not about the size of your army. It's about the way that you use it. At the time of Genghis Khan, the world population was just 1/5 the size of what it was during World War II, which was recorded to be the deadliest war of all time. But it was just as deadly, and with much smaller population. The Mongols flung enormous quantities of books from philosophers and scientists, as well as dead philosophers and dead scientists, into the river. And this was totally not cool, but totally on brand. Most of Khan's most trusted generals were his enemies at one point in time. Khan's army killed an estimated 40 million people. He killed so many people that he literally cooled the planet and reduced the carbon footprint of human beings. Some people even say he was cold-hearted. A legend says when the Mongol horde defeated Russian forces, they celebrated in style. laying their survivors on the ground and laying wooden slabs atop of them and proceeding to enjoy a beautiful feast, obviously crushing those beneath them. Genghis Khan ended up killing more people than Adolf Hitler and Joseph Stalin combined. And remember, this is way before there were more people on the planet. The population was way less. Khan's final resting place is a secret as well as a mystery, as well as his cause of death. A traditional narrative states that he died in 1227 from injuries sustained from falling off of a horse. Other sources state everything from an arrow wound to the knee, to malaria for being his cause of death, to being castrated by a Chinese princess when he was about to rape her and she drew a dagger from her hair. So there you have it. That's everything I know about Genghis Khan. If you have an idea for my next video, or any comments on this video, or anything at all for more exclusive content, be sure to head into my DMs where I talk to you one-on-one. I'm Shy Sword Girl, and that is all I have to say today.